Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
But who's the hardest to deal with in the morning?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Kiddy. Kiddy.
Very seriously.
But Kiddy is, God damn it, man. Sometimes you just want to knock the shit out of her, but you can't. You can't. Hell yeah, KB.
You can hear the crowd sing along. Everybody know my songs. Had the crowd learn to walk. Country girl, small town. 14 years dedicated. Look, ma, I finally made it. Never thought I'd ever say it, but today I live my dreams. Bodyguard protecting me. Crazy fans, loud screaming, flashing lights on every scene. Autographs, lots of pictures, signs that say we love you, Kiddy. Superstar, my new status, fantasizing. Please don't wake me, let me finish with this dream. Don't wake me up. Please don't let me be great. Please don't wake me. Just bought a house, 50 rooms, move my granny out the hood, pay my tithes like I should. LG, life good, expensive cars, fancy clothes, he can go to private school. Jordan, I get what he want, just because mommy's boss. See you later, no worries, baby. Mariana, ain't it banking? Never thought.
Good morning. How y'all doing? Happy after Thanksgiving, I guess. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that spent time with their family on yesterday. Shout out to all the people that was in the kitchen over that hot ass stove. Ooh. We're gonna try not to cuss this show, y'all. I'm trying to cut out my cussing. Shout out to the grandmas and the great-great-grandmas and the grandbabies. Just shout out to family, period, y'all. We got a chance to celebrate another Thanksgiving, and that's a blessing. Not too many people, a lot of people woke up in pain yesterday. A lot of people, the holidays just be a depressing time for a lot of people, mostly because you have family that has passed on beforehand, and then it's just like, it don't even feel like the holidays no more. Or you got a family feud going on. You really don't fool with half of the family, and you know what I'm saying? There are so many different reasons as to why a lot of people do not like celebrating holidays or don't really have a love for the holidays. Matter of fact, speaking on family, let's talk about television family. As y'all know, Will Smith and Janet Hubert, they've been at each other's throats, and it's always been a thing of like, damn, what really happened? Well, they had a reunion, and I thought the pictures were on here, but I guess maybe I'm tripping. They had a reunion on yesterday, and not yesterday, they had a reunion this week in which they got to hash some things out. Let y'all hear a little bit. I'm gonna play a clip for y'all, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. Here we go.
But you took all that away from me. With your words. Words can kill. I lost everything. Reputation, everything. And I understand you were able to move forward, but those words, calling a black woman difficult in Hollywood, is the kiss of death. It's the kiss of death, and it's hard enough being a dark-skinned black woman in this business. But I felt it was necessary for us to finally move forward.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I have blasted you to pieces.
Yeah. Cause y'all know for a long time, Janet it seemed as if she was bitter. It seemed as if a lot of people was just like, well, why is she so angry? Y'all, I just woke up not too long ago. I got to brush my teeth though, breath fresh. But for a long time, a lot of people couldn't understand, like, why is this woman so bitter? Why is this woman coming for Will? Well, if you watch that show, you learn that during that time, let me tell y'all something about Hollywood. Hollywood is one dirty, dirty, dirty industry. The entertainment industry is dirty. You know what I'm saying? It seems like mostly everybody involved with that line of work, they move like a snake. So when you in the business and you noticing that folks move like snakes and stuff, you don't know who you can trust. This woman basically, what she said right there, I get that. It's tough for a Black woman in entertainment business, and even in the local business. All somebody got to say is, oh, she difficult to work with. You know, I acquired I guess you could say a reputation all because of somebody's one experience with me. You know what I'm saying? And that thing follows you. It follows you all the way up to wherever you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? And like she was saying, that is like a Black woman's kiss of death. And you know, as they get off into the conversation, Will expresses like, I was going through some stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I was a rich dude. I was a rich Black kid, and then the next thing I look up and I owe the IRS, and you know, I'm a numb it down to this right here, y'all. Your traumas can affect your life. Your traumas can affect your traumas can definitely change things, you know what I'm saying, in your life, how you look at things in your life. This woman said she was getting her hay beat, and she was in a bad relationship with somebody, and you know, she said what it was is that the people on the set or whoever had control of everything, that basically they had gave her a really bad offer. Basically, they was trying to dumb her down to where like she couldn't work for nobody but them, and that would be the only salary she'd get and stuff like that. It just sounds to me like they seen maybe there was some tension between her and Will, and they took advantage of that because they told her that Will banished her. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just glad they hashed it out. I really thought that was special. To see it, especially when I grew up with Uncle Phil and Auntie Ville, and you know, they kind of sideswiped me with the new Auntie Ville, and I'm just like, she all right. And you know, it took some it took some time to get used to her because we all used to the chocolate Auntie Ville. You know what I'm saying? Hey girl, good morning.
Good morning.
You all dressed up and stuff?
I'm not dressed up. I had the girl. You ought to see the bottom part of this, honey.
The secrets. Don't give them the secrets, because see, they be thinking we are fabulous all the time, and they don't know from the bottom on down.
Yeah, be ye not food, honey. Be ye not food.
But I was just basically speaking on the Will and Janet Hubert reunion, and how it was, you know, it was kind of like the Gucci and Jeezy thing. My era needed to see that, because a lot of us didn't know what happened. All we know is, you know, we eating a big bowl of cereal, and we look up at Auntie Ville is not dark no more, but she's a light-skinned, you know what I'm saying, a lighter skin tone woman. And she don't have that Southern flair or none of that. So I think it's always special when people can put their differences aside to sit down and just get to, you know, hash things out, because Will didn't even know what he had done. He didn't even know, you know, her story. He knew what he had done, but he didn't really know the extent of what he had done or her story from going through that.
Yeah. I actually from watching the show and everything, and listening to her story and listening to her reasoning and what was going on, Actually, I feel like she was in the wrong, to be honest. I don't really feel like both of them did some things and took it too far. But when you listen to what it is that she said, I really do feel like she was in the wrong. Like, you can't expect somebody to know how to treat you and know what you're going through if you don't tell them. Don't nobody know that you coming in to work every day and you might be going through something. Don't nobody know what it is that you're going through. You sitting up here, you're not talking to anybody. So only thing that I can assume is you got a bad attitude, or it's something, it's something wrong with you. And she said that, hey, I didn't, and my thing is she's trying to blame Will. I really do feel like Janice has used being a Black woman, being in the industry and all of that. She has pretty much like been able to hide under the cloak of that and use that as an excuse to not hold herself accountable for anything, because she's trying to make it seem like everything is all Will. You said you didn't get fired. You said the people offered you a contract, you didn't want it. Then you said that you was going through stuff at home and you wasn't talking to people. Of course, that's going to translate as you got an attitude. Then you said, well, I was basically snubbed and kicked out. But then you trying to say, well, it's Will's fault. All of those things line up, honestly, to your fault. And then if you want to sit here and say, okay, you telling them, the worst thing to say about a Black woman is you're difficult to work with. Well, Janice, to be perfectly honest with you, in your explanation, you did explain that you were difficult to work with. Like, sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true. She explained she was difficult to work with. She wasn't talking to the people. How is it? It ain't easy to work with somebody like that.
Well, I definitely kind of rounded it up. And y'all, if you're wondering why your comments are not popping up, I got blocked. I got put in Facebook jail last night. Every year around about this time, I get put in Facebook jail. I'm not sure exactly why or anything like that, but whatever. So, for me to see y'all, girl, you all right? What happened?
This little tripod done took a plunder. Girl, let's get it together. Right. Keep it going, honey.
I'm trying to, girl, but Facebook is really tripping. Like, they won't allow me to make it public so I can share our people's. Boy, they so
well, let's not worry about that part. It's not. I mean,
I'm worried about that part because I normally, we got some comments on here, but
just read the comments, Kiddy.
Good morning, New Rule. She said, "Bless rising." She said, "Yep, you're right, hun." But MFers move like that who ain't famous. That happened to me. She was a very, very prideful woman. And then she said the whole situation was a mess. She was slanging hate over the years, hurt people. And that's exactly what I was saying before you got a chance to come on here. Is like, you got to understand that I was saying this to people. Don't allow your trauma to like mess up things that you have going on presently. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what she was doing. And that's kind of what I was saying. I don't even think it was all Will. Will just took a fall for it. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact, because it was his show. And not just that, there were executives in her ear and they were telling this woman that Will banished her and stuff like that. She never really got the truth about the situation. Y'all, if you don't mind, go to my page, Kiddy Sings, and join the feed if y'all can. But you can't allow your trauma to contradict your future. And I think that's kind of what happened to Janet there. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. Yeah, it was your fault. You a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my hardest not to cuss this morning. You a grown woman. So you should know how to pacify yourself. You know what I'm saying? When those type of situations happen, you can't walk to a set and just, want everybody to kiss your A at the end of the day. Like, there are so many different things with that situation. all I can say is that I'm happy that they hashed it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that, you know, it's no longer every other week. Y'all see Auntie Ville, she going hard on Will Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every other week there was like, or every other month there was like something going on, and I never could understand why this woman was so angry. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, that whole reunion kind of put things into perspective. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it did. I'm glad that she got the healing that she was looking for.
Right. They even got a hug. I even had that on here. I don't know where that's at, but we ain't gonna worry about it. Even got
I
a
appreciate
hug.
Will for I definitely, one thing I do want to add before you go to the next subject, I definitely appreciate how Will was so emotionally intelligent when dealing with her, because I could tell at times Will was kind of looking at her like, really? You know, like, really, you about to put this all on me? And he was really looking at her like that. But the way he was able to, you know, approach it, it was like, you know, maybe, you know, I need to know more about your story. And he was able to see places where he was at fault and things like that. And he took accountability for his actions and all of that. I really do love the way, if nothing else, even though I feel like she is the most to blame for the situation, but regardless of what, both of them had some things that they did wrong, and I really appreciate the way that they were able to talk to each other and handle each other. And I think that's something that definitely in our community, and how to like really listen to a person and take into account what it is they're saying and put your personal feelings about it to the side, because everybody's perspective of those same situation is going to be different.
Right. Absolutely. And that's just that, y'all. Honestly, just to really bring all that together, y'all. I know people always say you have to be careful with people because you don't know what people are going through, but I feel like that has to be all the way around. Even if the people, I think the people that are going through something, they have to keep in mind that I may not be the only one that's going through something too. You know what I'm saying? That has to be that has to be put into perspective. Nura says she was hella talented and accomplished, and yep, that's what she did. I say all the time, though, this is a shared experience, but an individual journey. The overall message was beautiful and something I say and use as a motto. Love is the frequency. Very much so. Thank you, Nura. We need a lot of love. We need a lot of love. I'm gonna say that for last. Let's talk about Jeezy. I'm gonna play a clip for y'all, and I'm gonna play a couple of clips for y'all, and then we're gonna come back.
Ask you this. So there was a comment that she said on the reel a while ago, and she basically said she likes her what was it, lean and white meat, but then she likes her dark meat on the side. Did y'all ever talk about those comments that she made back in the day?
I'm gonna tell you how real she is.
Because you the entree now, FYI.
We're always an entree. But before we even started, we had that conversation.
Really?
You know first thing, when we really talked, she sat me down. She said, listen, it was something that I said, and it might have got taken out of context, and I want you to listen to it in its entirety. And I did. And I think you guys do journalism. You guys do it every day. People can take what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I know her people. I know her family. I ain't never felt no sense of racism. She comes from the Bay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She eats chitlins.
Right. And knows some real, like she knows E40 better than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think sometimes like people look for things in people, but at the same time, you got to know I'm a good judge of character, and I'm not going to do nothing that's going to jeopardize my integrity. But she's so solid. That's one of the first conversations we had.
That's fine.
You said what I was feeling. Have you seen what Jenny Mai said that led to this particular conversation?
Yeah, I did see what she said. She's on a while ago on the reel. They were having a conversation. Tamar was still on there at the time, and they were having a conversation. And that's the time when she was married to her husband.
I have a clip of that. We're gonna play that clip real quick,
Okay.
and then you hold on to what you was finna say, because I don't think everybody else has seen that clip.
You dated black guys.
Love black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
I'm not. I'm saying, like, I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
That's...
You know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
How did you say it?
I'm just saying it like when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
You like your main man to be white and your side piece to be
that is not what I mean.
Get her. Finish her.
You know, when I listened to, when I heard it the first time, I actually heard it. It was quite disturbing. It's so many different ways to look at it, because in one breath, I could kind of pick up on Jenny. I've always thought she was kind of corny. Over the years, I've grown to appreciate some of her commentary and her just being the way that she is and everything. And I don't necessarily feel like she's racist. I do feel like her comments were kind of fetishizing black men. And I think a lot of it was her trying to clean it up for her husband at the time. I really feel like that she didn't have the words to articulate what it is that she was trying to say. And I really feel like because she was married to a white man, and I think she was trying to satisfy too many people at one time, she was trying to fix what she was saying, put her light for black men in a way where it doesn't upset her husband, and also try to explain it where it don't upset black people. I feel like there was a comment that Jenny never should have made. She just should have stayed out of that segment of the conversation altogether. It's 4 other women. Well, how many? 4 other women on the panel. Mm-hmm. 4 other women on the panel that could have engaged in that conversation. She didn't even have to have a comment on it, because she really, it's a long stretch for me to try to make sense of what it is that she said and try to excuse her forward. But hell, it looked like Jeezy came up with his little excuse, talking about, well, she eat chitlins and she listened to E40, and this whole eating chitlins thing, they make it seem like are you, so now you playing into the stereotypical black role or something? Mm-hmm.
Child, she turned me off with the comment, and I felt the same way that you felt. I said at the time she was married to a white man, so you know it's gonna be kind of hard. Honey, you catch today's show, and you know he come back with a big boom, you know. But the way Jeezy explained it to me, I was not feeling that at all. I was not feeling that at all. It's basically what you saying. You got you an off-brand queen. That's what you saying. You done found you an off-brand queen. You know how you go to Walmart and they got their brand of a particular kind of brand that you use. They call it great value at Walmart. Is what they call it. And even when the girl said it, I cringed. She's from the Bay. So that don't mean nothing. I'm sure her culture is still practiced in that house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, making stuff like that, for me, I hope they don't have no kids, because that right there, that alone right there says, do not have no babies. Y'all don't need to have no babies together. Because, you know, First of all, she's not completely equipped to be the mother to black kids anyway. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Their kids are gonna have to it's gonna be like hitting a brick wall when they realize, we really black. It's gonna be like them hitting a brick wall when they find out that they really black. Because if that's what you're saying, makes her, cool enough. Oh, she from the Bay. She eat chitlins. And I've been around her family and they don't seem racist. Okay. No, I'm quite sure they don't. Shut up, Denisha, because that would have been racist. I'm going to leave it alone. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like
his excuse, it wasn't really good. It wasn't thought out or anything. Like I said, a lot of us have said things in the past that were problematic. It might seem a certain type of way. It might make us look like we are anti this or anti that, and we probably weren't able to articulate ourselves properly, and that's okay. We live, we learn. We do have we do have to have the space to grow. And like I said, I don't feel like Jeannie is racist. I just feel like there was just an awkward conversation to be had. And I feel like she was trying to please too many people at one time. And she ended up messing up all around. Because as her husband, I honestly would still have came home having a problem with her saying this thing about something on the side. Tamar was like, what you mean on the side? And so it makes it seem like you dipping in and out, so she should have just kept quiet. That's all. She just
I was just gonna say, we've all put our foot in our mouth before. I know I have plenty of times on Coffee with Kiddy, on Locked and Loaded, and but it also made me be a lot more careful and cautious of my words. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why, a lot of people be like, you got to get ready for them shows. Yes, I have to get ready for them shows because I really need to pre-rehearse what I'm going to say. Because when you go live, that's cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? A video, I can take it and edit it and kind of cut things in and out. But when you're live, that's just what that is. And not just that. Once it hits the internet, it's there forever, even if you delete it. Because I'm going to tell y'all, as a journalist, if you post something and I'm like, ooh, this is juicy, screenshot straight off the rip. Because I know how people are. People will say something or do something, and then later on, I'm one of them people. I go back and I look at it and I be like, man, I might not should have said that, or I was heated at the time when I said that, or I was really trying too hard to impress who I was talking to at that time. So you're right. I don't believe Jeannie Mai is racist or anything at all. I think that was just a pretty much a situation where, she kind of just put her foot in her mouth. But me personally, Jeezy should have been a little bit more ready for this to answer that question than he was. Like, you went on doing interviews and all type of stuff after the versus battle. Like, and even before the versus battle, you knew if you got in an interview, like that question would possibly come up. First of all, some of the sisters not happy that you chose, a clear-skinned woman to have forever with. So that question is gonna arise. So you need to be better prepared when that question comes back around, because that still didn't feel good. Like you said, oh, she from the Bay and they eat chitlins, which he did say that. The other girl said that, but he agreed with it. And it's just like you said, you're putting us in this stereotypical situation to where they think that's what all black folks do. Because when that's not all black folks do. All black folks don't eat chitlins. I know a lot of black folks that think it's disgusting. Period.
Okay.
What you say?
I said, okay, because that was like one of those things where it was both of them shouldn't have said anything. She shouldn't have said anything. And Jeezy should have. I don't think Jeezy had to make an excuse for it.
No, but prepare yourself better.
Yeah, the excuse for it, but the excuse that he tried to make for it is unacceptable. I can't.
Right.
It caused more issues and more questions than it did solving anything.
It did. He sabotaged his own self. Yeah, it did. I wasn't feeling it. And speaking of other people, there's a show called Cocktails with Queens, and who all on there? Claudia Jordan's on there, Vivica Fox, Selena, what's that woman name? Selena Johnson, I think that's her name, as well as Miss Lisa Raye. They were actually in a conversation talking about Toni Braxton. However, Lisa Raye ended up shooting a little shade towards Halle Berry, and I wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna play this clip for y'all, and we're gonna come back and talk about it.
What's she doing in the bedroom? It be like Halle Berry.
Yeah, I can't imagine Toni Braxton not being able to put it down with the amount of love songs that this girl got and the amount of passion, amount of talking
and no action. What you mean?
Be good in the bed.
That's what they said. That's what I read.
Really?
And that's what I heard.
Oh,
that's what they say.
So nobody regrets not.
Y'all gonna see me take a lot more sips than I normally do on my show because I'm really aggravated with Black women in entertainment right now. A show like that should really be spent uplifting Black women, and I know that we have to deal with the stories. We got a story coming up next that I'm really like nervous about because I happen to be a fan of the person that we finna talk about. But at the end of the day, like, we have to saturate facts and rumors. And Miss Lisa Raye, I am so disappointed in you. For a woman who only wears white, for a woman who carries herself the way she has, as far as public eye is concerned, or the way you put yourself out there, like that right there was so foul. And I just do not, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And not just that, baby, you ain't got no man either. Matter of fact, Halle Berry got a man now. Halle Berry clapped back a couple of days after. It was just like, you know, ask my man. You know what I'm saying? Because that whole, I heard, they said, it was written, that's what they say. Like, that's the same rhetoric that we deal with as everyday Black women. What people done heard about us, what people have said. Like that right there was just completely out of order. I did not like it. Lisa Raye done lost some cool points for me. Dasia, what you was feeling?
I really feel like that was very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. There wasn't any point for her to mention this lady box like that. It'll make it seem like she has this beef or something, like an issue with Halle. It was just left field. I didn't get it because the way she was coming about it, that's what I heard. That's what they said. And it's like it is not, you ain't even gotta do all of that, because quiet as it's kept, your husband, your ex-husband, quiet as it kept, the people say
allegedly
that you ended up losing your ex-husband because he was messing around with the Wayne Martin.
We heard. So that's what they said.
Allegedly.
That's what they said.
My thing is, like, you want to talk about this her box, but you done lost your man to another man. Let's not speak on people boxes. And one thing about it, it's nothing about.
I was finna cuss. Go ahead.
And one thing about it, or whatever the case may be, we all know that your vagina is not going to keep a man. It don't matter. It don't even matter how good you think it is. It's not going to keep a man. And if she wanted to say something, she could have spoken about things as far as, you know, there has been things that all of us have heard about Halle and the way she interacts in relationships, and the way that she's able to, give to her partner emotionally and things like that, like her behaviors in a relationship. We've all heard that, but as far as you talking about something as intimate and as sacred as her vagina, that was completely unnecessary, because that is not something that is going to keep a man regardless, so
exactly.
Because however, I don't know however Lisa Raye think hers is, how good she think hers is, she don't have one and can't keep one. Where her husband is?
It's like, that's why I said it's the audacity for me. Like, don't speak on other women's relationships. You don't even have a relationship. Lisa Raye was just flirting with Meek Mill. How desperate can you get? Meek Mill?
Only thing in her good box done got her is ran through. So
I heard they said she's like, I just feel like
that was unnecessary.
It was very unnecessary, and with platforms like ours, being Black women in media, we're held to a different standard than just a regular happy-go-lucky rich white woman TV shows. We're held to a different standard, and I really feel like they've been taking chances at like poking the bear when it comes to Black women. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. We just should not be doing that. Like, especially when it's unnecessary like that. Like, she just popped out of left field with that, and then Claudia Jordan was even messier because she was like, "Oh, really? That's what how what did you say, Lisa?" And she made her repeat that, a second time. Me personally, I just would have let that go on, kept the conversation going, because that had absolutely nothing to do with what these women were talking about. We have to stop shooting shots at each other. That sounds like some old beef, some old, I can't stand this little skinny pretty heifer. She getting all the roles, and here I am. I can't. When has Lisa Raye had a role bigger than being Diamond at the Players Club? And that role follows her everywhere.
But you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm not really one of those sticklers with, and I might get better saying this whole, we're Black women and we shouldn't say this and we shouldn't do this because we're Black women and all of that. I'm
not saying that. I feel like we are. Go ahead.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying in this particular situation is like, I know that Lisa Raye and all of those girls have a job and they have to report. And sometimes they're going to be reporting things that is not going to show other Black women in their best light. Because of course they're going to be commenting on whatever the pop culture is, right? My thing is with her, Lisa went and did something completely unnecessary. She went completely past just reporting on the news. You went completely too far. It's like, it's okay, if you got to drag somebody where it's in that context where, somebody did something wrong and you got to get them together and you're holding them accountable, holding their foot to the fire. But girl, what did that lady box have to do when you went into it seemed like you had it out for that lady.
Exactly.
That's the point talking about, like Black women.
That's the point that I was trying to make. Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. When I say that, I'm saying like we have rumors and then we have facts. She don't know for a fact that woman box ain't good.
Exactly.
Like, why would you do that? And I feel like that was a reach. You just reached out and grabbed the nearest Black woman and dragged her. I didn't like that. That's where I was coming from when I broke up Black women. And I do, me personally, and we can agree to disagree, I do feel like we're held to a different standard when it comes down to things like that. Now, if it's in the news and it's not showing you in your best light, that's just what that is. As journalists, we have to look at situations from the victim's point as well as the aggressor's point. And I just feel like she was just reaching. She just reached up there and was like, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Halle Berry. Like, that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
that's where I was coming from when I made the comment about black women. Like, with a platform like that, you shouldn't be just dragging black women just because you got, you know what I'm saying? Because you got space and opportunity. That's where I was coming from when I said that. I just thought that was shady. And when you in the same situation that another woman is in, you really need to shut up. You really need to shut up. Because baby, you can't compete where you don't compare. You don't even have a man. This woman has a man. Now, one thing I can say about Halle Berry or Toni Braxton, it's not like they can't get another one. It's never that they can't get another one. They're very beautiful women. So, like, I just thought that was real. Ugh, Lord. The women.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that women always talk about, you know, being able, women will always tell you to bring more to the table than your vagina, and you need to be more than your vagina. But as soon as the relationship don't work, they try to say it's because of your vagina.
Like, that was
because
just
of your vagina. What about all the other things that you said besides the vagina that we're supposed to be bringing to the table? That let me know that a woman that make a comment like that, she's got a lot of insecurities, and she don't think she's no more than what's between her legs.
Her cooter.
For her to use that to talk down on somebody else, that lets you know she's doing nothing but projecting her own insecurities. And I hope she don't think she's superior because some man is sticking around her, digging her out every night and ain't doing nothing with her but wearing her down. Y'all already about 50, 60 years old.
And you not really, I don't care. I know people gonna probably want to argue. She's not aging well. She's not aging well at all. She's not. You know how some black women, hey, chill out. The older they get, like, and I hope this don't happen to me because I already got big jaws. But the older some black women get, Josephine Baker is a prime example. Their jaws start swelling a little bit. That's what Lisa Raye got going on. Her jaws are getting, you know, this right here is looking like mine. And I'm 36 and it's just a little baby fat, but it's like setting in. I don't know if she having some procedures done or what's going on with her, but girl, get it together. I love you, Diamond, but you wrong for that. And you made me wish Ronnie had whooped your ass after you said that. For real, for real. That just wasn't cool. But it seems like that's all this catty girl mess is really becoming a trend. Megan Thee Stallion, as we all know, she released Good News last Friday. Last Friday, she released Good News. One of the tracks on Good News was Shots Fired, in which basically, I guess maybe you could say we kind of got some insight into what was going on between her best friend, and Tory Lanez. Well, y'all, Kelsey says she is not here for it, and she is busting back. I'm going to let y'all listen to a little bit of this, and then we're going to continue the conversation.
Yeah, who I'm taking shots at? Bitch, I'm busting you. I'm talking to that same bitch that crashed that boat on 42. It's a shame we're here today. Truth be told, it's cause of you. Couldn't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah, about a week ago. Shout out Bobby's murder, but this bitch is really cheap. If I was the one with the gun, you would've heard about a murder. Said her back was turned, but that girl know really hurt her. Never been a jealous friend, and the people really know it. If you would've kept it solid, then I would've been told it.
If you would have kept it silent, I would have been told it. D, I'm gonna let you start off with your commentary.
This has gotten way out of hand. It's gotten to a point to where it's a drag to even talk about it. It's a drag to even keep hearing about it. I really do feel like Kelsey did right by responding to me. I definitely understand that Kelsey is not a rapper, but a rapper made a diss track about her. And so she responded, she got on her level and made her a little diss track. But my thing is this, they need to grow up at this point. Really and truly, they really do need to grow up because they keep on coming out with these these diss tracks. They keep on coming out with these little they venting on live and they coming out with albums and all of that. But they're not really saying a whole bunch. Like, we still really don't know all the details. And it's kind of like to the point where we tired of seeing y'all having a cat fight. And we don't even, it'd be fun. I'm not going to tell no lie because, you know, I'm a hip hop head. I love me a good old rap beef as long as it don't get dangerous.
Right.
When you're following a rap beef and you're listening to the diss tracks and everything, you should be able to piece together what happened. Like, by the time you get done with that beef, you should be able to know all the business. Y'all keep on using this. I don't think that the Meg and the Tory situation happened for publicity, but I do feel like now they're using it for publicity. And you could tell, and it's tired. We are tired. Like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about it. And it's like y'all dropping us off these breadcrumbs. At this point, what's going to end up happening is Meg gonna mess around and mess up her career.
Yeah,
she's gonna, because she done straddled the fence with too many people. She's been in cahoots with too many people, too many different groups of people who don't like each other. You're hanging around Jordan Woods and Kylie Jenner. You're hanging around Cardi and Nicki Minaj. You're hanging around Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. It's like you're doing way too much, and after a while, people are going to start clocking you and stop dealing with you because it seems like everywhere you go, you're having a problem and you're looking to be the common denominator. Really advise her to just, they need to stop it and they need to pick up the phone and talk or something, because we're just tired of seeing it. It ain't even interesting no more. Like, when it pop up, it's like, let me hear it just to see if we're going to get some more information. But they say all three of them saying the same thing in a different way, and they still trying to hide what it is that actually happening. And at this point, all of them can just stop. And I like Megan, but I'm really beginning to not really like her as a person. You know, I'm not going to take away, and this is no excuse, because a lot of people, even if she fabricated some of this or exaggerated it or whatever the case may be, it doesn't excuse the fact that it wasn't no reason for that man to pull out a gun and pop trunk on her like that. It wasn't no reason for him to do that. But all at the same time, it's like, quit giving us bits and pieces of the story, because it's starting to really make you look bad. Now you got your friend that's coming out here, and now all of this point towards Megan is the issue.
Yeah, because she did reveal that Meg did go behind her back with Tory, which is something that we all pretty much figured out from the jump. But I feel like this. When you was 20 something, you had situations like that. You dealt with situations like that. And me personally, this is no more than being 20 something. But when you're a A-list star, as she said, and you making moves and stuff like that, you know, I really feel like, and I really hate that the girl lost her mama, because her mama probably would have guided her better than some of the people who are in her ear right now. I really feel like the people behind the scenes are pushing it, like, and say this and do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the people who are molding her career are basically the ones in her ear saying that, because in show business, they say all publicity is good publicity, whether it's bad publicity or good publicity, and that serves to be true. But I feel like at this point, like you taking the focus off of how, oh, y'all, excuse me, that acid from that orange juice is working on me. My bad, y'all. But looking at the situation is becoming a situation to where you're milking the negative part of your life, and nobody's focused on Megan Thee Stallion being a dope rapper. Nobody's focused on, you know, that this girl actually do got talent. You know what I'm saying? And that's already putting you in the rut, because right at this point, everybody only feels like the only thing you can rap about is your cooter. And I mean, you not really proving them wrong at this current time, because if you listen to Good News is about you taking shots, because that diss track wasn't the only place she took some shots at. She took some shots in a lot of that music. Matter of fact, her friend, her and some of her friends came back after Kelsey, and it's a part on Body Yaddy 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 when she was like, basically she said girls always mad or something like that, but Elfum or something like that. They sung that part and put it on the thing. And I just feel like they're doing what 20-something-year-olds do. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of growing up to do, and they got a lot of learning to do. But at this point, Meg, your whole career is being molded by an incident that could have really messed up all three of y'all lives. Because Tori and Kelsey ended up going to jail, right?
Yes, they ended up getting detained that night.
Yeah. That incident could have changed all y'all lives dramatically and really made it hard for all three of y'all. And you know, most people who went through that type of trauma as far as getting shot, let's look at Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie ain't been on her capping, have he? After he got shot, he wasn't big cap.
That situation is a little.
I know. I'm not comparing.
Not gonna do that anyway.
I'm not comparing the situations, but what I'm saying is this man got popped, and he done sit his ass down somewhere. You at first, Lil Boosie was going in, like, not about the situation, but Lil Boosie is always on here. Put your coochie lips on live for $1,000 and da. But Lil Boosie ain't said too much about him being shot. We all speculating and coming up with our own stories when it comes to that situation. So, girl, sit down. Let the people come up with their own stories until the truth come out. I said this last Friday. Like, I'm a big fan. Y'all know I'm a big fan of Tina Snow. I was fooling with her when she was just an underground artist. I'm a big fan of her, but it's definitely turning me off because this is all I'm hearing about you. I'm not hearing about what a great actress, artist you are. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's all about Tory Lanez and Kelsey. That's the only thing that's trending right now. You know what I'm saying? There are so many other things that you could be sharing with the world right now. Even though, I mean, she having a hard break because the whole Fashion Nova thing even blew up in her face. And I think a lot of times stars get blamed for situations that they have no power over. A lot of people just put some clothes on. They don't ask who, where it came from. A lot of these artists, especially with Fashion Nova, they don't work close side by side with Fashion Nova to design the pieces or whatever. And Fashion Nova is known for this. They stole some of those pieces from other Black designers. You know what I'm saying? So Meg catching heat for that. Like, me personally, if it was me, girl, go to the studio and work on your craft. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I was excited for you. Good News wasn't all that. It sounded like a lot of your verses was forced. It sounded like a lot of your verses were hurried. So, like, you need to go in the studio. You need to be focusing on that right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they even saying about the Grammys that like somehow they're not saying, they're saying that the Grammys wasn't fair or whatever, the AMAs or whatever, that they weren't fair. Girl, people are looking at you in a negative light, and I know we can't control that, but what we can control is how, you know what I'm saying, we're acting and reacting to situations. And that's just that on it. That's just that on it.
Yeah. I'm really sick of them.
Girl, I'm tired. I've been tired. And I love Tina Snow, but it just seemed to me like since she been blowing up and stuff, like it's just getting messier and messier, and it's not even a celebration of your success anymore. It's basically a mockery.
It's too many character flaws.
Yeah.
And it's too many character flaws. And that's the reason why, and it's not to compare, but this is the reason why so many people, like, even though she ratchet, she ghetto, she's a hot mess. But this is why so many people, and I love her to death. That's my girl. So many people rock with Cardi is because Cardi real. Cardi, she just gonna be her. She might be ghetto and ratchet or whatever the case may be. But as far as her character, you don't see any cracks in Cardi's character and how she, handle things and deal with people. You don't see cracks in her character. And you could see, okay, she's solid. If nothing else, she might not be perfect. She might, say things out of place. She might be too wild and doing stuff. She's a mess. She's a PR mess. Okay. But all at the same time, she don't have those character flaws, and she's gonna continue to thrive because she don't have those character flaws that's gonna catch up with her in the long run, and people gonna end up not messing with her. See, Megan, Dylan, and Devin, and she trying to fool with everybody that come across her path. Yeah, and she's still doing it. She's still doing it when she was talking all that mess about protecting her energy and making sure she don't be around certain people or whatever. You still running around here dealing with people in different camps.
Oh, girl said that in the diss track. She said that Meg be up in people's faces that she been talking about. Mm-hmm. You be all up in people's faces that you done burnt up and stuff, and I ain't cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I've had issues when it comes to befriending, girls and stuff like that. I have issues with that because of my trauma, and that just like you said, that's a character flaw, and I really ain't feeling it. I'm really not feeling it. I love Meg Thee Stallion to death. I've been rude for her since day one, but this particular. This stuff right here is getting messier and messier, and it's seeming more and more like you lying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To a point to where people don't even believe you were shot. So, girl, we give you advice almost every week. Stop the pressure, hold the press. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop the pressure, hold the press. We got one more last key before we get out of here. Y'all know the AMAs was this weekend. Was last weekend. So congratulations.
Girl, I don't know when it was. I think the nominations, it's just the nominations that came out.
The AMAs, no, they actually had their show. But
child, I don't know.
The Weeknd pulls up looking like this. Now, everybody is saying that The Weeknd is having, he has a campaign about drunk drivers and stuff like that, and he's been really pushing the issue to promote an album. But boy, if that album ain't did nothing now 2020, just give it up. You ain't got to show up to every award show, because the last award show he went to, he showed up like that. I had a picture of that too, but we gonna keep it moving. Boy, go fix your face. You can make a point. You can make just a solid point just by sitting there, going up there to accept your award and telling them folks don't drink and drive. Don't go out here looking like that no more. You look the hot mess. Look at it. Just look at it,
girl.
This dude look like he done had plastic surgery and he ain't sat down and healed. I got this award show. Let y'all patch me up. I'm still gonna go get my award. Boy, stop. We get it. Don't drive drunk. But you ain't gotta walk around here looking like that. That's the baby dad.
Girl, he look like he been hit by a car, chased by a dog, done jumped a couple of fences. Hey, that he looks a hot mess. I know you lying. He look like he got a whole. He look like he got a whole girdle.
I know you're trying to make a statement. He do look like they look like some panty girdles that they done taped around this man's head and cut, put the legs. Let's cut it up a little bit so it fit correctly. Like, boy, why is you going up here accepting awards looking like that?
He got them spanks on his face, girl. He got them spanks on. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
All I'm saying is you ain't got to make a fool of yourself. I know as artists, we do use, we're creative through our work to make points and stuff like that. But dude, don't do that no more. You ain't got to run around here. I ain't never seen nobody that was in a wreck that came out looking like that. You look like you went and had a couple of facelifts, and you know they did some stuff to your face, and you like, you know what? I know I'm supposed to chill at the house, but y'all give me a couple of painkillers. I'm finna go get my award. That's what that looked like, bro.
Yeah, you know, these star in the comments say he looked like he drinking and driving.
That's not the first time he's accepted an award. The last time he just had the blood. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was like, that didn't work. Let me do more. And let me put these spanks on my head, and we're going to draw a little blood. Like, bro, don't do it no more. Stop. Please stop. Stop. We've come to an hour. I'm going to probably have to edit this video to even put it on Facebook. Not Facebook, to even put it on Instagram. Thank you, D, for joining me this morning. I know it's early hours. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure to check us out for Locked and Loaded. I know we probably threw y'all for a loop this week, but I wanted to surprise my girl. It was her 35th birthday, and I just wanted to show her some love. So we ended up having a surprise birthday party. Why? What is going on with my computer? Everything is out of sorts. I can't find the thing, y'all. So y'all just make sure that go to you can follow us on Instagram at Locked and Loaded. Also, make sure that that you on our YouTube page. I can't even find that, but it's the same thing, Locked and Loaded. Go to YouTube. You can find us. We ain't hard to find. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. we have some awesome shows. Did you enjoy your birthday?
I really did. That was awesome. Thank you. And I thank everybody who stopped by. You know, I was a fistful of tears.
That's the thing, though. I wanted tears. Rashida was like, "You're so mean." I was like, "Girl, I am not mean. I want my friend to cry for her birthday. That's not mean." But
I was crying. That was the best birthday ever, girl. I love you. I love
Thank
you.
I love you too. I love you too. That's why I even went all out my way. Shout out to everybody else that helped me pull that off. Y'all the bomb.com, because I just knew, Lord, I just knew. And Kyrie, we gonna talk. I just knew somebody was gonna let it loose. And if it hadn't went any more days later, I'm quite sure that little yellow one with the dreadlocks would have been the one to let it loose. But we love y'all. We want you to love yourself. Make sure you're following us on all platforms, not just one, but all platforms. Y'all, I'm gonna be blocked for a whole month. So at this point, 30 days. Yeah. But so at this point, y'all make sure that you go over to my other page, Denisha Dornielle. Make sure that you're following me on my public figure page. It's Kiddy Sangs, KIDDYSANGS. Make sure that you are following me on Instagram at Coffee with Kiddy. Make sure that you go to YouTube, type in Coffee with Kiddy. I'm on YouTube as well. I'll still be airing. No, I'm not, because they won't even let me. You know, I know y'all was commenting and stuff, and I know y'all like to see your comments on the screen. I wasn't even able to put your comments up there because Facebook is really, really tripping. But it'll be okay. The new year roll back around, and they'll start me all the way over. And then the next time it'll just be 24 hours, 3 days in a week, and then 30 days. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of on my last leg. I had violated too many times, obviously. But we love y'all. Want you to love yourself. This has been another awesome episode of Coffee with Kiddy. Y'all come check us out. Same place, same time next week, Friday. Black Girl Friday. Oh, Black Friday. For Black Friday, ladies, I do have deals. I put it's on my Facebook page. I do have deals. If you want to get the details of the deals, go to my Facebook page and look for the post with all my work on it. It'll tell you what all I got going on. Y'all don't get killed out here trying to buy no doggone PS5. Have a good day. We love y'all. D, is there any last words you wanna say?
No. thank you guys for all of the continued support. We really do appreciate it. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. We are growing tremendously. We definitely want to make sure that we are bringing you guys up-to-date content and keeping you guys entertained. And we definitely appreciate the engagement because they help us as well. You just don't know how much. So definitely thank y'all for stopping by, being locked and loaded with us and kicking it with Coffee with Kiddy and turning up with us this morning. And we definitely appreciate the support. Y'all are really dope. We see y'all. Thank you so much.
And I normally close with a song, but that's going to make this video extra long. So y'all charge it to the game this week. We going to holler at you. Have a good one. See, I'm talking too fast. I ain't even got queued up or nothing. Kiddy. God.